Everyone, so this is part 5 of our character walk cycle, and in this video we're going to learn how to export our frames out to a final background document and make the character actually walk across a full background. So the first thing, and I left off on this video before this, that you have to have ready is all your 8 frames. So your final 8 frames should all be colored in completely. And then you also need to turn off your background layer. So what I'm going to do one layer at a time is I'm going to turn everything off except my first contact, and I'm going to do an export. Okay, so background off, and that's always, you can always tell your background's off if you see that dark grid with the light lines. So my contact 1 is on, and I'm going to go share PNG. Typically we will save things as a JPEG. But a PNG is a clear background. It is really important when you do this that you do it systematically. You do not want to do these out of order. Now I'm doing down 1. So I'm doing my first step. If you get these out of order, this process will be very confusing because they will not be labeled on your camera roll. So you want to do this very carefully. I'm just keep turning 1 off and then go up to the next color frame. So I should have a total of 8. I'm going to finish going through all 8 in this demo so you can see that these have to be in order. Now I'm on the second step, PNG. And the reason why we're doing the clear background is it's going to let us put a background behind it and let the character walk across the screen. Okay, I just have 2 more. I'm passing of step 2. Okay, and then my last one. Okay, so we're going to make a new background, our new document to design our background in. So I'm just going to review. We're always using the same canvas size. You're going to go to create new, time-lapse settings, that's for animation, 1080p, good quality. I am not going to press create on this because I already have a document made that I'm going to be working back into. Right, so right here, this is the background that I've already spent quite a bit of time illustrating. So the main specifications for your background is you need to have a sense of foreground, middle ground, background. So right here, I have a foreground because I've established, slightly more detail element. I have the middle ground, which are these hills in the back, and there is a little sense of overlap in those hills. And then I have a background by creating that overlap in the sky. So, if you're creating an animation, we could just put this in a more plain document, but I really urge you guys to kind of create a sense of space. I actually did this by creating contour lines that went around the hills, and I also added that graphic stylish shading in my clouds just to really make this an environment that's saying. And I also did cast shadows underneath my flowers just to make them look like they're sitting on the ground. All right, what I have to do before I do anything else is I'm going to end up merging. If I have multiple layers that I use to create my background, I'm going to merge them all to layer 1. All right, layer 1 is going to become the animation background. So this is truly how the Animation Assist is meant to work. We've been using the Animation Assist backgrounds to do guidelines, but they will help you get full backgrounds as well. So turn on Animation Assist, and then down here, I'm going to select that this is the background. You can also add a foreground, like if I wanted it to pass over a tree, go behind a tree or something, or bushes, you can do a foreground layer too, which is pretty sweet. All right, so that's set up. So now I'm going to start, first, before I show you how to actually put the steps in, I'm going to show you a document that shows the patterning of the steps. So the most important thing to really notice here, just going to draw a little bit on top in black, is that during the contact, down, and passing positions, that front foot is pretty much in the same position. Only on the up position, right here, does the person actually step forward? So just keep in mind the front foot will be lined up until we get to the up, and then between the up and the contact, that's really when the positioning is going to change. If you can follow that, it's just going to help your character not look like he's like forward moonwalking into your document. All right, so another thing that you can do, I'm not going to do this, is you want to envision your character going kind of walking along a straight line just to make sure that they don't look like they're going back into the background. So my last 8 frames, I could count if I want, are going to be, let me do that one more time, are going to be my walk cycle. So I'm going to go to all photos, I'm going to select the first of the 8, and I'm actually just going to have it going off the edge just a little bit. I'm actually going to add a frame below that, so there is a blank frame to start with. Okay, so that's my contact. If you want to label the layers, you can. I usually just count and try to do this quite quickly. So notice how this is contact and then this is down. So I'm lining up that front foot. This is passing. That's why it's really helpful to know what the those 4 portions are: contact, down, up, and passing, or contact, down, passing, and up. This is up, so now I'm going to line up what looked like the front foot before here. I'm going to position the back foot over, and that's really the main thing you need to remember. All right, now I'm on the second steps. This is contact. And now where the previous foot, that one that was up, that's the one now hitting the ground. So between the between up and the contact, that's what's going to give you the most distance. This is down. So again, between contact and down, I'm just trying to line up the foot. Passing, just trying to line up the foot. Up. Now I'm scooting it forward a little bit. So what was the front foot, now I'm lining up with the back foot. All right, now I'm back to the beginning. So I'm just going to repeat this till my character goes off the stage. So that foot in up is going to drop, and that's going to become this back foot. So that's going to have some space right there. All right, so passing, down. Again, the foot's lining up. I'm sorry, that was down. This is passing, up. So all those, it was pretty much lining up. This is up, so it's going to scoot forward a little bit. All right, this is contact 2. So that foot's now coming down, so the character does scoot forward quite a bit on the contact. All right, that was contact, down. So run down and passing. The foot pretty much stays lined up. All right, now I got to grab up. So again, up, it's scooting forward a little bit. Now that what was the front foot is now going to be the back foot. And I'm on my 3rd cycle of steps. Okay, what was the foot that was up is now going to be landing on the ground. And notice how I'm actually dropping it a little each time just to make sure, because the foot's actually off the ground and up. Now I'm just making sure it stays in that line. All right, so now I'm back to my cycle. So that was the start of it. And I'm going to continue until this goes off the page. I don't want to end it early. So that was down. This is passing. And then I have up. So it's going to start going off the page a little bit more here. Contact. All right, and this is probably going to be my last couple frames or 2. Passing. And then up. So I'm just going to get a tiny little bit of that paw right there. That's it. All right, so now let's preview it. Oh, that's very fast. So we're actually going to be tweening in the next video. I'm going to turn this to around 10 to really 12 frames a second would be halftime, but I'm just going to pick what seems to work best for my character. It seems like a pretty chill guy. And you'll see I made a mistake right here, and I think that's something that can commonly kind of happen. It looks like he's going forward and backward. So that means I accidentally put in too many frames, which I thought I did at the end. So let's see where it makes the most sense. I'm going through the end. I want to make sure, yeah, right there. I accidentally made him going forward again. So I'm going to scroll wherever it looks like he's going backwards. I'm going to delete that. Yeah, so I think I just accidentally added one extra step. Now that looks good. Still seems a little bit fast. So for right now, I'm going to actually even put this at 8. All right. So that's putting your character into a background. All right, take care, guys.